Hi Libra, thank you so much for joining me today. Let's go ahead and quickly get started on a monthly reading for you. I want to take a quick look at what is going to happen this upcoming month. I am super excited for this reading because I am a Libra Sun, Libra Venus, so this is very much for me as much as it is for you. Let's go ahead and take a look, just one. On the back of the deck, we have the Lion. Maybe some Leo energy coming in this upcoming month. Ooh, okay, we have two that came out from my Animal Energy deck. We had the Black Egg, as well as the Elephant. Now, I do see something coming in with a creative project. Maybe something that you've been working on for a long time. This could also be with like a partnership. Something here that is very creative, out of the box, out of the norm. I see it working out for you very well. I see it being almost praised as like a very wise decision. Interesting. Okay, let's get some more information using my Chakra Oracle deck, and then we will move on into the, how does that one land? Okay, in reverse. We'll move on into the Situations deck. Okay, thank you, Spirit. On the back of the deck, we have Instinct in reverse. Okay, interesting. The first one that came out is self-worth in reverse. So, Libra, have you been doubting yourself about some kind of project, something that you've been working on? This could also be like appearance, you know, beauty, maybe, again, like self-worth. I know that that's what the card says, but it does feel like in some area of your life you've kind of been doubting yourself, and as a result you've been kind of down and out, losing energy because of it. This is so funny because last night I was like, man, I really want to start working on skincare. I never do that. Let me go ahead and start. So I did like a brown sugar face mask. And when I woke up this morning, it like had left me with like a rash all on the sides of my cheeks. And it's covered up. But it definitely had me in this dissipating energy where I was like, it threw my confidence completely off when I woke up. I didn't really want to leave the house. I considered like canceling my plans. So it does seem like something early in this month is going to like throw you off balance. I see it pushing through regardless though, and there is a lot of gratitude involved with this as well. Like, I'm very grateful because now I know not to do that kind of exfoliation mask again. And it was definitely an experience for me at the very least, you know? So maybe even having to find things to be grateful for in order to kind of boost, perk up your mood, get you out of this dissipating energy. And what's even funnier is with that Instinct card being in reverse. When I was doing that face mask, I remember I was like holding off on it. It like made the face mask using a recipe that my friend gave me. And I just kept thinking to myself, like, no, don't do it. Like, no, what if you end up like with a rash? Like, what if this doesn't do what you want it to do and it just makes it worse? You know, you should get like an actual like sheet mask instead. You like those, you know that those work for you. And I went against my instincts and I used the exfoliation mask and I ended up with a rash on both sides of my cheeks. So there is something here in your instinct that you might be like pushing off. You're like, no, like I'm just overreacting, or, you know, I'm just like letting like this doubt kind of get to me. But I see it being an important thing to listen to at least take note of it rather than, you know, giving into like paranoia and overthinking. At least take note of it and be like, okay, I am noticing that, you know, I seem to have some kind of resistance to wanting to do this. Okay, let's get a little bit more of my Situations deck coming out. Ooh, we have two. We had Running and Avoiding coming out in reverse, as well as TikTok Deadline. So I'm almost seeing, it's like you're no longer, something is on a deadline here. You feel like you have to get something done quickly, and you're not avoiding it. It's almost like you're running head first at it. Interesting. Let's get just a couple more. Thank you. We have Lost, Ghosted, Blocked, Cut Off on the back of the deck. We have Archangel Michael coming out, Protection. So I do see you being protected, especially with this deadline. I see you being able to make some kind of deadline or whatever kind of rush it is. I see it working out in your favor. We have Receipts coming out, Proof, and Show Me. You might be getting, how does this one land? You might be getting proof that someone likes you, that someone is single, that someone wants to come your way. confirmation. This actually might be someone that you have walked away from in the past. Maybe you were wondering if like, it's almost as if, you know, you guys had something going on and then they went into a different relationship and now they are single again and they want to come back towards you. Yeah, but you're not willing to chase this person. I love that for you, Libra. Don't. I do see you like waiting for, what is that? Waiting for like your eggs to come in. Waiting for, it's like you're waiting for this person to come in and be honest with you about it. And I don't think you're avoiding this conversation either. I think you're very willing to talk to them about this. It almost does feel like this could be a Leo that's like trying to add you back. Could be also a water sign with the sea serpent behind that. Someone that you've gone through multiple cycles with. They could have prominent Leo placements. I almost lost my voice when I started saying that. Okay, I do want to get started and grab some tarot. And then we'll grab some charms and leave it there. Cool. So far, Libra, what I'm really seeing is, you know, you've kind of like lost a little bit of your energy when it comes to like a personal project or a creative project. You might be feeling a little bit distracted, a little bored with it. That's okay. That's normal. I do see you picking that energy back up and doing something amazing with it, something that really gets a lot of praise from other people. And as a result, I see someone else wanting to come back in, reignite a connection with you. Let's grab the tarot. Okay, Libra, this is the tarot deck I feel really called to use for you today. So let's go ahead. Let's just get a handful. What is going on with my Libras this upcoming month, Spirit? Thank you. Okay. The first two that we have Judgment and we have Wheel of Fortune. And this I'm taking in a couple different ways. One, I do see that you've made a judgment about someone in the past, right? And it turned out to be accurate. It turned out to be correct. This person might be coming to be trying to come back for like another cycle, for another like go around. And I think you have to make a final decision on that. Interesting. Ooh, I'm also loving, we have the XXX. So it could be an X from your past coming back around, trying to like spin the block. In a positive way, trying to reconnect here. The other way that I can see this is you have made a judgment call on some kind of creative project, maybe something to do with work, something to do with your hobby, your personal pleasure, and I see this becoming like a boon for you, some kind of treasure. It works out in an amazing way. I see you making some kind of money off of that. I do see my Wheel of Fortune card almost as like a gift card. Interesting. What else, Libra? Ooh, okay. We have my Two of Wands coming out. So yeah, you will have to take, I feel like later on in this month, you will have to decide how to split up your energy with that Two of Wands being there. It's almost like you're trying to decide the route that you want to take. Do you want to go down that route with that ex-person? Are you willing to, you know, like rekindle that? Are you willing to, you know, let them have another go around? Or are you just going to keep them blocked and walk away? Then we have the other side of like creative projects, you know, are you willing to like test your limits here? Are you willing to try something new, to get out of your comfort zone, to stop repeating the same exact cycle over and over again? Make that judgment for something different to happen. Take a different route with it. I do see you thinking on this with my Temperance card. I do see that you are going to, it's almost as if like you sit down or you lay down and you really have a good meditation session, or you like really sit and think with it. I am a deep Libra. Like I have a Libra stellium in my chart. I have a lot of Libra placements. And one thing that I've noticed is like, yes, Libras are very fun. We're very friendly. We do like to get out and have fun and be a bit extroverted, but we are at our best introverts. We really like being by ourselves and alone. And while we are the center of the party, much like a Leo, we really like being and enjoying our own personal time. And I see this Temperance energy kind of coming in. It's almost like your personal time, your head is going to be full, thinking these things through. So you might find yourself this month being a little bit more introverted, pulling back to yourself just so you can think, spending a little bit more time alone. Let me get just a couple more here. Okay. Yeah, coming up with some kind of plan. We have my Page of Swords there. Coming up with some kind of plan, trying to be a bit strategic. I'm getting more tactical than strategic. It's almost like how do I want to approach this? How do I want to respond? How do I want to like plan this out, set this up for whatever creative project this is? Like, how do I want to, decorate this or design this? How do I want to prepare for this? So there is a lot of energy of just, again, being in your head, thinking a lot about what route you want to take. One thing that I love about Libras is that we really can think things through all the way to the end. We can plan out every single step of it. And I do see you spending a lot of time doing that this month, and this is taking up quite a bit of your time, but I see it working out for you. I keep saying that, but really, I see some very positive cards here, so I do see it working out. We have my 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. I get 1 or 2 more. Queen of Swords upright. Okay. Let me see if I can reach that. Okay. And we have the Devil as my last card. Okay. On the back of the deck, I have my 10 of Swords in reverse and my 9 of Swords upright. So again, a lot of time spent alone. You may be struggling with sleep later throughout this month, later this month, or at the end of this month. Maybe because of some situation. I feel like this is with someone from your past. This could have to do with finances. Ooh, and we also have the Hanged Man, someone who made you feel stuck. I do see justice coming in this situation, especially with your finances, some kind of balancing. Maybe money coming in from somewhere that you weren't expecting with that 2 of Swords right behind that. So it feels like this person from your past owes you something, and they might be trying to come back in to give it to you. And if they don't, I feel like the universe is coming in to give that to you. Now, when it comes to paranoia, this seems to be about healing, about letting this person back in. If I let them back in, are they going to make me miserable again? Are they just going to do it all over again? Are they going to leave me, confused, hurt, etc.? That's kind of where this Queen of Swords at the very end of the month is coming in towards this Devil energy, where you are not taking shit. In fact, I see you taking names and beating asses over things. Like, you have really grown, Libra, is what I'm getting here. And it might not make you happy to play this role, but I do see you choosing to do so. I'm getting a little bit of a villain era for my Libras this year, and I've been picking up on that in every Libra reading I've done, where it's a little bit like Libra's not taking any bullshit this year. They're not willing to tolerate it anymore, and I kind of love that for my Libras. And I believe this upcoming month we have, it's 5 or 6 different Aries placements coming in. And Aries is Libra's sister sign. So no wonder that Libras are kind of taking on a bit more of an Aries energy with being very confrontational, which is very unlike our Libras, our Libra friends. Being a lot more confrontational, because you see that sometimes people come in and they just try to take from you, and I don't see you being willing to allow them to take anymore. I see you really working hard towards some kind of personal contentment and happiness, and you're not letting anyone in to mess that up. You're not going to let this Devil energy come in. Towards the end of the month, I do see that maybe you have you go out, maybe you have a couple drinks with someone, but I am kind of seeing more of a horny energy for the end of this time period, where you might just be thinking with your dick a little bit, Libra. So there is a bit of a warning about that. If you're not trying to, maybe that's what that X is coming in for. Maybe for something more physical rather than emotional, because I'm not seeing very many emotional cards here at all. In fact, I'm seeing quite the opposite with Judgment, with my Queen of Swords. It does feel more of a cold energy here. So it does feel like it's very physical rather than it is emotional. So if you are worried about this X coming in, wanting to rekindle things, maybe take a moment to think, are they actually here for me, or are they here, to wet something? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and grab a handful of charms, and I think that's where we'll leave it today. I want to start with an angel number. I've been really slacking on getting angel numbers recently. We have 165 coming out, 165. Go into your browser, type in angel number 165. We have Virgo being highlighted there. And we also had Mars energy. Now, men are ruled by Mars. So maybe a Virgo, a masculine Leo could be coming towards you. You also might be very like action-oriented throughout this entire month, very fixated on action rather than like thinking. I mean, I do see you being very stuck in your head, but I see it culminating into a lot of action for you later this month. Okay, I want to get some initials. Alrighty, now for my initials, we have J, J, G, U, and V. We have a couple charms here. I do see you being very, very busy this month. Busy, whether this is in your head or with what you're doing. I see someone with mid-length hair coming in. Oh, we have my flower as well as my star. So I do see you blossoming, getting some kind of praise, some kind of maybe stardom, fame here. Yeah, some kind of deadline with my rabbit here. Some kind of deadline that you're worried about, but I see you making it. I see your angels assisting you. There could also be some light travel involved here for you, Libra. And I do see you celebrating. Something here about an earring as well. Maybe someone here wears an earring, has mid-length hair. Alrighty, well that's what I'm seeing for you guys today. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure to let me know down in the comments below how this resonated for you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!